No. No. I'm done. This is the most cursed tutorial I've ever. Before we subject ourselves to some trauma, let's start with something lighthearted to soften the blow. Here we have Al-Haytham in a tight shirt in all his glory, but something's missing. He has no cake. He is without cake. He's cakeless. According to Ying Tu Ma on Xiaohongshu, a good cake should be able to hold a glass of soda. Table who? Okay, jokes aside, the buttocks consist of tun chongji or gluteus medius and tun daji or gluteus maximus. Ying Tu Ma also pointed out that due to the difference between our hip bones, male and female have different cake shape. So instead of a round burger bun, male cake has the shape of, drum rolls, bell peppers. I know, it took me by surprise as well. But anyway, let's try it out. Here I have two kinds of bell peppers. The green ones and the yellow ones. How are they different? I don't know. Why do people call it bell peppers? In Indonesia, we just call it paprika. Let's try with the green ones first. How big is the cake anyway? Al-Haytham, how big do you want your cake? You want it this big? Yeah, the hand is kind of getting in the way though. Kind of flat, isn't it? So instead of rounded, it should be kind of rectangular. So let me just color this.
2,000 years later.
And now the moment of truth. Ha! Oh, that is a flat fucking ass. Why is it so flat? Should be like, should at least it should be like this. I think I took the wrong paprika for this. Let me look for more paprika.
Many months later.
Alright, it should be the correct angle. However, we need to adjust the roundness of the pepper. Let's liquefy it a little bit. Okay, now let me sketch it real quick. It should be rounder. Don't forget the dent, like right around here. This one's better. Hey, what do you know? Paprika method works. Alright, there you go. You have a cake made from bell peppers. I believe you can also shade with the bell peppers as the reference. It's kind of shiny, so if you like shiny cakes, it will work out great for you. You can take the big shapes from the shadows of the green peppers. I think green peppers have better shadows because it's generally darker than the red or the yellow ones. Anyway, I'm going to continue shading Al-Haytham's cake with the bell peppers as reference. It works because I gave him tight pants, but you'll need more references if you're drawing looser pants. It goes without saying that not all cakes are shaped like bell peppers or peaches or burger buns. This is just the general beauty standard, I guess. Everyone has their own preference, but all cakes are beautiful, period. Next one is 主 method by 不二画画吧. I figured we might as well learn some anatomy before going into the, cursed territory. What is 主? Well, according to Google Translate, it means host. I actually never seen 主 being used as a standalone character. I don't know, I only spent 4 months in China, so I know that you can use it with 人, which means person. So 主人, it means master or owner. So if you have a dog, then that dog is your 主人. Because come on, we're all slaves to our pets. Okay, to give a little Chinese writing class, this is how you write the word 主. First is a little dot, not a dot, it's like a little comma, and then you make a horizontal line, and then another one shorter, and a vertical line, and then another horizontal line. The order of how you write the characters are really important. Okay, so that's a little Chinese writing class. Now let's get to the art. My penmanship is bad, so it looks too wide. Let me adjust it a little. I tried using this method to draw male bodies, but it didn't work? I don't know. Am I stupid? Who or Huahuaba only uses this for drawing female bodies, so maybe this is exclusively for females. You can also apply this method to different angles. Let's try a 3/4 angle. The dot represents the head. The top horizontal line marks the shoulders. The middle one shows the bottom of the chest, and the lowest line is for the hips. After you have your guidelines, you can sketch in your character. I tried drawing Chlorine for this. She's so badass. I'm not good at drawing women though. I draw too many dudes. You can even use this method for dynamic poses. The vertical line helps guide the curve of the body, whether it's bending forward or backward. For arms and other details though, you probably need more references since this method mainly focuses on the torso. Basic anatomy knowledge is also needed. I don't think this method would work without any prior knowledge of basic anatomy. But yeah, this is a super simple tutorial. It's very easy to follow. I don't draw a lot of women, but I think I did quite alright with the poses. I tried drawing Navia this time. Chlorine and Navia's interaction in Chlorine's story quest is so adorable. I love seeing them together. Now, hold on. I do need to give a little warning for the next tutorial. It involves piercings, and not in the usual place. It's nothing dirty, by the way, so shush. However, if you're very sensitive about piercings, I just want to give you a warning. You've been warned. And what in the actual fuck am I drawing? Okay, this is actually a belt and metal painting tutorial, something that I've been wanting to practice, but the tutorial itself is giving Bible discussion study meeting vibe. If you know, you know. Alright, we have our hands in a certain position. Let's start by outlining the belt. It's wrapped around the hands and crisscrossed on the arms. Now you know where the piercings are gonna be. I'm using gray, but feel free to color the belt whatever you want. Just avoid pure black since it's harder to shade later. For the metal piercings, I'm using the outline fade brush for this. I can't draw perfect circles though, so I'm using the circular ruler in Ibis Paint. Circular ruler, it's such a tongue twister. Now just duplicate the rings according to the belt placement. Then erase each part of the ring so they look like they're piercing the skin. God, I'm starting to feel something on my skin. I'm adding accessories like spikes and belt buckles just like in the tutorial. By the way, the original artist is called Chun Jun. I'm drawing the belt buckle like Kaya's Sumeru outfit. This is by far my favorite outfit. It's peak fashion design. I just realized that I haven't drawn anything for Kaya's birthday, so consider this a late birthday gift. Or maybe don't. This seems like a bad idea for a gift, unless he's into it. Okay, now let's get shading. This is the most important part. Start with soft shadows to add volume. Apply them in alternating pattern. Light, dark, light, dark, light. Because leather reflects light in a specific way. Afterwards, use a hard brush to deepen the shadows. The shadows are generally in U shape. Add thin lines along the edges for details. And for overlapping belts, draw darker, thinner shadows where they press together. Do the same thing for the crisscrossing belts. For highlights, use a hard brush on low opacity on a screen layer and add soft highlights on an add layer. To give the belt more dimension, add subtle blue tones on the sides to reflect the environmental colors. Then, with a smaller brush and lighter color, add tiny highlights. Now it looks more like leather. It's amazing how small things like this can emulate the texture from things in real life. We're done with the leather, now we can move on to the metal. Apply soft shadows for volume as per usual, and for the hard shadow, I'm using multiply layer and apply mostly in the middle. This works because metals reflect light differently from leather. They catch the most light on the edges. For the highlights, I'm using add layer because it's brighter and has a glow to it. Place the highlights mostly along the edges and also the middle. The highlights in the middle are typically smaller than the sides. This step is very satisfying. If highlights work well on leather belt, they work even better on metals. Makes them look shiny and makes them look actually like metal. And what do you know? It takes my mind away from the disturbing piercings. Now this is optional, but I'm gonna try shading the skin so it actually looks like the rings are piercing the arms. If you wanna click away onto the next tutorial, I completely understand. But yeah, this is basically just a belt and metal shading tutorial. I don't know why Junjun decided to go with this certain vibe, but hey, no king shaming on his channel. This next one is a close tutorial by Pu Er Xue Ban Hui. Wait, I think this is the same person as Pu Er Hua Hua Ba. Even the profile picture is similar. Anyway, for this tutorial, you would need two things that you already have around the house. First, fingers, preferably your own. Second, is tissue. Again, this is nothing dirty, so stop giggling like an immature person. So basically, we're going to create our own close references. I'm gonna switch to my phone camera for this. Hey, what's up? I have prepared my own tissue. Kinda crinkled, but that's okay. Okay, let's try that one. Am I doing it right? So this is supposed to be a skirt. I don't know if I don't know if this is a skirt. You know what? Okay, fine. This could be a skirt. Like if you imagine this is the knee and this is the legs. Yeah, this could be a skirt. Why not? Why not? Use this as a reference for your skirt. Let's try the next one. This is for pants, for slacks. So you just wanna have your fingers and you wrap it. Maybe there's too much fingers. I mean, if you cut this part and then like make it slimmer, this is like, you know, those pants that flares in the end of it. Yeah, this could work. This is for pants. Take a picture of it. Okay, now this is for jacket. Yeah, this could be a jacket. See, like this is the arm, and then the arm is folded this way, and then it makes the creases. Yeah, this is reference for the jacket. Take a picture of it. It will help a lot if you have this type of figurines. So you can just wrap your tissues around them instead of using your fingers. I have short fingers. Doesn't look that good. Okay, now let's try drawing some fabrics with a fingers tissue reference. Honestly, this is kind of fun and easy too. Finding clothing references can be tricky since different poses create different folds and sometimes the details are just too complicated to draw. So even if this method is not perfect, it can be an emergency reference when you can't find something suitable online. Just remember, this technique is best for materials like cotton. If you're drawing fabrics like silk or leather, keep in mind that they behave differently. They tend to have more wrinkles and also more highlights. Also, it will help a lot if you have a figurine or those realistic anime porcelain dolls. Don't get me wrong, they're beautiful, but they also creep me out. Fingers are not very flexible because they cannot copy all kinds of poses, but if you have figurines, you can just wrap them around in tissues as emergency references. Now I have this brown oval looking thing. Is it poop? No, it's worse than poop. It's a cockroach drawing tutorial by Shi Junjun. Wait, this is the same Junjun who made the belt and metal thing. Yeah, suddenly the bondage vibe makes sense. Anyway, I found this when browsing through Xiaohongshu for new tutorials and I was shocked. Who in their right mind would follow a tutorial on drawing roaches? Well, apparently it has 6,000 plus likes, so a lot of people, including yours truly. I mean, roaches are shiny, right? They're disgustingly shiny. And they're eerily similar to dates. Dates the fruit. So maybe just consider this as a fruit drawing tutorial. It's a date drawing tutorial. Why is the color so shit? Let me up the saturation a little. Oh my god. It looks so real. Why are cockroaches so shiny yet so disgusting? Anyway, let's add more highlights to the body. The sides of the wings also have some highlights. Remember to make the wings transparent at the end. I don't know. Now we add some blue to the shading. Since roaches are shiny, they will reflect some colors from the environment. Add a bit more highlights for that glow and oh my god, it looks more real. Ugh, it's so gross. What's the next step? So no 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 no. Oh god, I can't with the legs. God, it's so gross. Oh, I can feel my skin crawling. Oh god. Oh, why? Fine, I'll brace myself. Let me draw the antennae first. Like that. Ew. Now we draw the freaking legs. I can't with the legs. What's wrong with them? Oh, you're such a baby. It's just a cockroach. It's not like it's a tiger. I'd rather meet a tiger, man. Just give me a tiger. I'd rather get eaten. Oh, okay, I can't. I'm sorry. Oh my god. If you wanna draw the legs, just draw the legs. I'm just gonna. There we go. This is much less disturbing. I would rather cockroaches have these type of legs rather than those hairy little. Okay. I'm done. This is the most cursed tutorial I've ever.